Hey guys, Andy here, and it's been quite a long time since like November 2020. Today is April 28th, 2021, and the only reason I'm saying the date is because tomorrow is the 2021 NFL Draft. And I've never really mentioned it on my channel, but I'm a really big sports fan. I'm a New York Jets fan mostly in football, so I think it's going to be a great time to watch the draft. I've been really into it since Sam Darnold was drafted back in 2018. It's all the way in Cleveland, Ohio, though, so it will be a long drive, but, you know, I think it's going to be freaking awesome, so it's going to be totally worth it. I haven't been to Cleveland before. I've been to Ohio once, but not Cleveland, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the city. I know there's those videos that make it look so appealing. But with that being said, I wanted to take you guys with me because I think it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience to see the draft in person, especially after COVID hit just last year. So without further ado, let's get started. So before we go to Cleveland and all, I actually have 3 pieces of sports memorabilia I wanted to show off. I'm an avid collector. I've been a collector for about a few years now. I have 3 prospects from this draft. I have, of course, Trevor Lawrence, the #1 overall pick from Clemson. I'm saying that as if it happened already, but nope. I'm almost certain that the Jaguars are going to do it, and if they don't, they're probably going to be the laughingstock of the world. It's probably the most obvious choice to ever exist for years. And then we have Zach Wilson, who is probably the biggest riser of the 3. He's from BYU. I think my Jets are going to take him at 2. And that's a promising sign because I've looked at his stats, and even though he's faced lesser opponents than Sam Darnold, he's thrown a lot less interceptions. And Sam Darnold, he was really interception prone in college, and that translated into football in the NFL as well. So it's a promising sign, and I'm almost certain that Joe Douglas will get protection for him. I know we have Mekhi Becton, but we could still bolster that O-line and maybe get a receiver as well. We got Denzel Mims last year, so it wouldn't hurt to take a receiver as well. And then we have Justin Fields, who I think is going to be the wild card of tomorrow. If I were the general manager of the 49ers, I would take him at 3. But I'm not, so we've been hearing rumors about Mac Jones and now Trey Lance. Just, all of a sudden today I heard they were choosing between those 2, not Justin Fields for some reason. I think he's the 3rd best quarterback of this draft, so I can't imagine him going past 3, but it seems like it's going to happen. So with that being said, I think he's going to be a top 10 pick for sure. Maybe Detroit, maybe Carolina. If not, then certainly someone's going to trade up for him before he leaves the top 10. So with that being said, I will see you guys in Cleveland.
7:59 a.m.
After 6 grueling hours in the car, we finally got to Cleveland and decided to walk to the draft area. From there were plenty of activities to do, such as kicking field goals, throwing passes into nets, and on top of that, you can cheer behind the broadcasters, which made for some really funny moments. Before long, it was time for the main event, the first round. I had found myself a nice spot up by the stadium, and we were listening to Kings of Leon perform, as well as the prospects be announced by the Saturday Night Live announcer, or at least I think he was. After that, Roger Goodell finally came out, and we began to boo him. After the annual booing of Goodell, things finally began to get rolling. At first there was an opening speech welcoming us back, and then, for some reason, fans are welcome to come up and sit in the chair for every single pick. I do not know why. Anyways, the draft eventually did get started with the Jaguars on the clock with the first and probably the most obvious pick ever.
2021 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock.
A few moments later.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
After celebrating the end of Trevor's career before it even started, my team, the New York Jets, were picking next.
With the second pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU.
With another very obvious pick in the books in Zach Wilson, we finally get to the pick that everyone's been talking about, the 49ers.
With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State.
After the 49ers made things really interesting, it was time for a few more teams to pick. Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, and somehow Penei Sewell to the Lions were the next few selections. After this, we unfortunately got into an encounter with a drunken fan. We retreated to the safety of the stadium and watched from the Jumbotron from this point forward. Little did we know the Jets would soon shock us by trading up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings have traded the 14th pick to the New York Jets. With the 14th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Elijah Vera Tucker, guard, USC.
Day 2.
It was after this where we decided to go back to the hotel and watch the draft from there. The next morning, we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of Cleveland's most famous attractions. We also explored the city a bit as well. We even had a nice steak dinner at one of Cleveland's finest restaurants. After this, we finally went to the second round of the draft as the Jets held the 34th pick.
Pro Bowler and 2000 NFL draft pick, Lavernius Cole.
With the 34th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select future Pro Bowler Elijah Moore, wide receiver.
As you can see, I got really excited over the Elijah Moore pick. Unfortunately for the Jets, they did not have any more picks on day 2, so my father and I went into the stadium to watch the remainder of the draft, as well as doing some activities like the locker room experience and even a memorabilia shop. After this, we went back to the hotel as we had to get up early for tomorrow to go to Canton, Ohio for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Day 3.
The next morning, we decided to take a drive south to Canton, Ohio. This is where the Pro Football Hall of Fame is, and there are a lot of neat exhibits there, such as the player head statues, the history of the NFL, and a frickin' holographic Joe Namath that gives you motivational speeches. I wish I was making that up. After this, we decided to make a pit stop in Pittsburgh. And then, with a long, grueling Pennsylvania drive ahead of us, we called it a day and took the long 8-hour drive home. Alright, so today is May 2nd. I'm actually home. I did not film my journey back from Pittsburgh. We ended up getting back late anyway, so it would have just us filming the night sky, I guess. This is the t-shirt from the draft that I have here. It cost $40 frickin' dollars. Without tax, by the way, without tax. $40. I've never seen a t-shirt so expensive before. I've been to other conventions and shows, and they've not even come close to $40. With that being said, though, the draft was really fun. I had a great spot. I could have probably done better, but I didn't have my vaccine card with me. And basically, I had a great time with Cleveland as well. Everyone's really nice in Cleveland, like, to an unnatural degree, where, like, even the homeless people were yelling, like, welcome to Cleveland at my father and I. it was crazy how nice everyone was there. And the Browns fans, we connected on like an emotional level because we both suck, and now the Browns are finally good, so good for them at least. And you know, they're very humble. They know what it's like to suck a lot. So with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video. It's my second time ever vlogging, so I hope you guys, you know, could just ignore the obvious errors and my lack of skill. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I will talk to you whenever the next video comes out. See ya. Hey guys, Andy here, and I hope you enjoyed that video. If that happens to be the case, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to learn more about upcoming events and future videos, then you should totally join our fan Discord or follow me on Twitter. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.